So with Catching Fire coming out in 3 days, I figured now is the perfect time to talk about The Hunger Games. So, The Hunger Games. That movie is awesome. And so is this book. Personal note, I read that book in 20 hours. Less than 20 hours. That is a personal record for how long it's taken me to read a book. And by that I mean it's the quickest I ever read a book, period. Yeah, amazing. So, The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games is about a girl named Katniss Everdeen and Peeta Mellark. Those are our two main characters, but we got so many characters I could list right now. With like Haymitch, Effie, Cinna, that's how you pronounce his name, President Snow, Gale, Prim, Rue, the Cato, the other guy from District 11 whose name escapes me at the moment. Oh my god, there are so many characters I can talk about, and I don't want this to be a big 40-minute video. I really don't, because I just don't. That is a pain in the butt for me to edit. I like to make these videos as easy as possible for me to edit, where I literally just throw it in 3 seconds and there, export it. So, The Hunger Games is about I'm just going to read what the book says. Could you survive on your own in the wild, with everyone out to make sure you don't live to see the morning? In the ruins of a place once known as North America lies the nation of Panem, a shining capital surrounded by 12 outlying districts. The capital is harsh and cruel and keeps the districts in line by forcing them all to send one boy and one girl between the ages of 12 and 18 to participate in the annual Hunger Games, a fight to the death on live TV. 16-year-old Katniss Everdeen, who lives alone with her mother and younger sister, regards it as a death sentence when she steps forward to take her sister's place in the games. But Katniss has been close to death before, and survival for her is second nature. Without really meaning to, she becomes a contender, but if she is to win, she will have to start making choices that weigh survival against humanity and life against love. Now let's see how the movie describes them. Whoa. Let's see how the movie describes the story. Every year in the ruins of what was once North America, the capital of the nation of Panem forces each of its 12 districts to send a teenage boy and a girl to compete in the Hunger Games. 16-year-old Katniss Everdeen volunteers in her younger sister's place, and she must rely upon her sharp instincts when she's pitted against highly trained tributes who have prepared their entire lives. If she is to ever return home to District 12, Katniss must make impossible choices in an area that weigh survival against humanity and life against love. And that's the basic plot line for The Hunger Games. And I'd like to say this is the first adaptation of a book that I've seen and read the book anyway, where actually you could watch the movie and not have to read the book to understand things. There is one or two things that the book kind of did a little better than the movie, and the movie made a lot more things clear that the book didn't, because the book is told in a first-person narrative, and this is told in a third-person narrative, obviously. These all movies are. No movies, if you have to see a single movie that's told through a first-person narrative, and when they're told through first-person narrative, it's all explaining and exposition, and it sucks. It's called The Last Airbender. And it sucked. The show is awesome, but the movie sucked. But this movie does not. This movie is, by definition, the perfect adaptation. I mean, it's... Let's see, who the hell wrote the script? Let's see, Gary Ross, Billy Ray, and, what a surprise, Suzanne Collins herself actually wrote the book. If you didn't know, she's the author of The Hunger Games. Yeah, see, there's her name right there. And Gary Ross directed it. His directing style. Alright, first off, I don't want to talk about the plot of the movie, right? I don't like going into depth on movies unless I'm doing like a spoiler-filled review. And I generally don't do those because I just don't like doing that kind of detail. You want to see something like that, go watch Jeremy Jahns or Chris Stuckman or someone like that, alright? But I don't like, or Nostalgia Critic. I don't like doing it because I feel like I'm just doing a commentary on the movie. A review is me talking about my opinion of the film, what I think of aspects of it. And right now, this film is awesome, alright? I love this movie. I saw it last March. When it came out, my cousin Devin had read the book. And even before this movie came out, everyone was always telling me, Derek, you gotta read the book. Derek, you have to read the book. And I'm like, I'll pass, you know. I prefer the film adaptations to books. You know what I'm saying? This episode of Derek Gould Reviews is brought to you by Sprite Zero. Good. And so I never read the books until now. But the movie in its own right was awesome. The writing, perfect. The direction, well, some people may criticize the direction because it is kind of shaky cam-like style, but it's not exactly shaky cam. It's just the guy is doing a lot of handheld shots. Personally, if you can pull off handheld shots, I totally respect that. Handheld shots give a much grittier look, especially to movies like this. And I really liked it. It's noticeable if you're a guy like me who looks at films in like two different ways. But it's not like he's deliberately shaking the camera like this. No, it's like someone's running, he's running behind them holding the camera on his shoulder. It's not like they're just literally deliberately just shaking the freaking thing. I hate directors that do that. Gary Ross does not. He uses shaky cam. It's really handheld cam. Very well. I will give him that. He uses it very well in this movie. And the only major difference I've really found in the movie compared to the book, because in the movie, if they were going to do it the way the book did, they had to introduce a character, we had to get it to know her for a few minutes, then, 10 minutes later, she gives Katniss the pin. And that's Mage, she's briefly talked about in the book. Of course, Katniss is mine, she talks about her backstory, everything. Then we, see her for a few seconds, then she's gone, and she comes back and gives Katniss the pin, wishing her luck. In the movie, she finds it in a black market thing, and the old lady's like, you keep it. Which, honestly, in movie perspectives, that made sense. If you were going to do Mage, I believe that's her name, in the movie you would have had to introduce her character, we have to get to know her for a few minutes, then she can give Katniss the pin when Katniss is chosen at the Reaping. So, it would have added unnecessary time to the movie. Where she gets the pin, there you go. Oh my god, what else can I talk about this movie? I don't know, because I haven't actually reviewed a DVD movie that I own in a while. I guess Portals kind of counts like that, but I don't really consider it that, but I don't know, man. I don't know what else to say. People have said it already. Alright, look. If you've seen the movie and haven't read the book, read the frickin' book. If you read the book and haven't seen the movie, see the frickin' movie. Alright? Jennifer Lawrence is perfectly cast as Katniss Everdeen. Josh Hutcherson is perfectly cast as Peeta Mellark. Hey Mitch. Spot on. Effie. Effie. I'm not sure. How do you pronounce her name? Yeah, okay, sure. Lenny Kravitz, I think that's his name, I think that's it. The singer, I want to get away, that guy. Yeah, perfectly cast as Cinna. Is his name Cinna? Or, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce all the names until I hear them in the movie. But, yes. This movie is an easy... I'll give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Just because I feel like I'm giving away 5 stars too easily lately. Where Thor, 4.5 out of 5 stars. They're just not that perfect. Man of Steel was a 5 out of 5. I loved that movie. And it's going to take Catching Fire a lot to top Man of Steel as my 2013 film of the year. I know Hobbit's not going to top it, alright? I know Hobbit is not going to top Man of Steel, alright? It's going to probably be my top 5, but it's not going to top Man of Steel as my favorite film of the year. Catching Fire just might, though. But we're going to see. I'm going to see it Thursday night at 8 o'clock showing. First showings, baby. I do have to go out and get a Hunger Games shirt and everything, though. I need to find a place that sells those. Then I also need to get the pin and everything. Yeah, I go all out with things I freak fan out about. My camera likes to change its direction without me even noticing. That wasn't in there a second ago. But whatever, this is about the Hunger Games. So, see the movie if you've read the book. If you haven't seen the movie, read the freaking books, people. People were not lying when they told me to read these books, and I read them, and I'm reading Catching Fire right now, and oh my god, it's awesome. So, that was my review of the Hunger Games. I have 2 videos planned for Catching Fire. First off is my first impressions video, which is the emotions I feel upon seeing it Thursday night when I get home. Because I'm sure I'm going to be feeling a lot if it's at all worthy of that 97% approval rating it currently holds. And then I have another video planned where I'm going to have a special guest. Yes, I'm going to have a guest in one of my reviews. Me and her both share a passion for these books and this movie. And we are both excited about this next film. And yeah. So, my first video is going to just be about me telling you what I'm feeling. The emotions of this movie. I will be so, like, if it's as good as I think it's going to be, I'm going to be so hyped up about it. It's unbelievable. Then I'll actually do the review of it with her. Okay? And I'm probably going to do some skits. I would like to do some skits. Because I think the skits would be funny. And that would add something to my reviews for a change. And I also have a big thing planned for The Hobbit, which I want to start making that pretty soon. So, yeah. This is my review of Hunger Games. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, it really wasn't much of a review. I was just talking about what I liked about the movie. But, you know, that's what a review is. You talk what you like about the movie. I really wish I could have done more for this, but Catching Fire is the big thing right now, and I want to get back to reading the book. So, hope you enjoyed this. Hunger Games for the win. Read the books if you haven't read them. See the movie if you haven't seen it. Peace out, everybody.